Hi math students, this is our introduction video for our lesson on multiplying polynomials. In this lesson we're going to learn how you multiply a monomial by a polynomial, so one term by many terms, and a binomial by a binomial. I want to start with this first question at the top, which is review from our last lesson. Go ahead, pause the video, and try this problem here. So to multiply 4w cubed times 7w squared, we first start by multiplying 4 by 7. I multiply my numbers. 4 times 7 is 28. And then we learned in that last lesson, if it is a multiplication problem, what do we do with those exponents? We learned we add the exponents in multiplication problems. So here I want to copy my w and then add 3 plus 2 to get our final answer, 28w to the 5th power. This is going to be really similar to what we're doing today. In these problems, the difference is we are going to be distributing. So instead of only doing one multiplication problem, because 4w cubed is in front of 7w squared plus 2w minus 4, it means I need to distribute that and multiply all three of these terms. So when we do that multiplication problem, we already did this first one, 4w cubed times 7w squared. That is 28w to the 5th power. When we do the second multiplication problem, I'm going to color code everything. When we do the second multiplication problem, we'll go through it the same way. 4 multiplied by 2, my numbers, that gives me 8. And then for our variable, we want to add those exponents. So that's 3 plus 1. That gives me w to the 4th power. And then our final multiplication problem, 4w cubed times that minus 4. Well, 4 multiplied by negative 4 is negative 16. And then there's no other w to multiply it with, so I only copy w cubed. And that is what multiplying a monomial, one term, by a polynomial, multiple terms, looks like. It's going to look like what we did in the last lesson. We're just doing it 2 or 3 or 4 times. In the other type of problems we're looking at today, we're going to multiply a binomial by a binomial. So that means multiplying 2 terms by 2 terms. There are 2 different ways you can do this. The first way is the same way we did above with distributing. The difference here is if I look at what's in front of my parentheses, there are 2 things. There's the 5x and the 4. So that means there are 2 things I need to distribute. First, I distribute 5x. Pretend the 4 is not there. I can do 5x times x and 5x times negative 2. After I distribute 5x, then I want to distribute the 4. I do 4 times x and 4 times negative 2. Go ahead, pause the video, and see if you can do those 4 multiplication problems. So this time we have 5x times x. That is going to be 5x squared. X times x is x squared. 5x times that minus 2 is negative 10. 5 times negative 2. And then we copy our x. And then when we distribute the 4, 4 times x is just 4x. And 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. So that's one way you can do this multiplication. The other way looks like this. And the reason some students like using this is because you can see the 4 multiplication problems. It's using this box diagram here. The way it works is you take each binomial and put it on one side. So for example, this 5x plus 4, that's going to go on one side. So I can put my 5x here and my positive 4 here. And then our other binomial, that x minus 2, that will go on the other side. So on my other side, I have my x and my minus 2. And then this gives us the 4 multiplication problems we need to do. This box right here, I need to multiply 5x by x. That's 5x squared. This box right here, I'm multiplying, go up, 5x, go to the left by negative 2. 5x times negative 2 is negative 10x. The third box, this one right here, I'm multiplying, go up, 4, go to the left by x, which is 4x. And then this final box here, go up, I'm multiplying 4, go to the left by negative 2, that's negative 8. I put them in those colors to show you it's the exact same answer we have over here, just two different ways of getting those 4 terms. For our final step though, we need to simplify. Both of these, there are two things you can combine, and that's these two x's here. Negative 10x plus 4, that is negative 6x. So our final answer is 5x squared minus 6x minus 8. For multiplying binomials by binomials, you have options. So if you like distributing, you can do it this way. If you like seeing those 4 multiplication problems, you can do it this way. And like I said in the past, some people like the box method, even though it's new, because it can sometimes be hard to tell what you need to multiply over here. I've got a practice one at the bottom of this video. Go ahead, pause the video, and try doing this using whatever method you prefer. I went ahead and I put both strategies on the screen for you to see. I've got distributing over here on the left, the box diagram on the right. I made all of the same terms in the same color. So for example, 6x, 6, x, 6, 6, 3x squared, just to show that you get the same answer either way. And then don't forget at the end, you always need to simplify. There's always going to be 2 things that you can combine. Thank you so much for watching. In today's lesson, we are going to be doing more multiplication problems like these you saw here. And you are ready for today's lesson.